Thank you for joining us today at Homestead for Life. Today we are making an all-purpose healing salve. So what you need is either a double boiler or a crock pot, olive oil, coconut oil, beeswax, calendula flower, and tea tree and lavender essential oil. It's a really simple process, but it does take some time for all of it to kind of mix together. So let's get started. So step one, we are going to put, oh my goodness, we're going to try and open this new tub of oil, which is defeating me at the moment. So I might have to see if I've got a cup of olive oil. It's already open. Not a cup in that. We'll have to find that. Okay, so we are making a double batch because I am going to gift this out. So I need 1 cup of my coconut oil. And let's see if we can't figure out how to open this stupid thing or find another jug. Alrighty, found an open bottle of olive oil. And we're gonna do 1 cup of that as well. We're gonna put it in our little crock pot here. We're gonna put it on low. And our calendula flower, which now my hands are oily, so I can't rip the top off this new bag. You can get these off Amazon. Sometimes you can get them in natural markets and things like that too, depending on what you have in your area. I had to resort to Amazon. And we want 2 cups of this. We're going to call that 1. And I'll show you a picture in just a moment of how it's just kind of absorbing this already. It's just kind of getting sucked down into the oil. But we are going to mix this up and you'll see in just a moment. And we are going to leave this for 3 hours in our slow cooker on low before we strain it out and add our next ingredients. We've got it all incorporated, all of our flowers under the oil. So now we wait. Okay, so we have our now calendula oil still with our flowers in it. So we are going to strain this out. I have a glass tub under my flour sack bag. And we are going to carefully pour this into the bag and then strain it out. So some oven mitts. And then we're going to add it back and then add our beeswax and let that cook for about 15 minutes. So let's talk about what we can use this for. And I'm going to let me grab a spatula so we can scrape all that crud out of there. You know I have a spatula in here. So this is going to be an all-purpose healing salve. So you can put it on cuts, you can put it on burns. It's going to be good for your skin and good for healing. So I'll have up on the screen all the different benefits of the ingredients we're adding here. A lot of good stuff goes into this. So Let that strain by itself for a little bit. We're going to wipe out our bowl. Turn you off in the meantime. Lots of flour crumbs. All right. I've got a lot of flours and oil still in here. We're going to squeeze it out as best we can. We want to save as much of that oil as we can. All right, so we have about a cup and 2/3 of calendula oil. And we are going to add 1/2 cup of beeswax. So let's add our oil back to our pot. Blast the crumbs off this. No one's going to want to use a healing salve with bits of flower and twigs in it. I guess not twigs, but that's kind of what they look like at some point. Once again, my hands are oily and it's hard to open things, but that's okay. All right, we have our white beeswax pellets. I'm going to mix these in. We can turn this back on low. And the pellets are going to melt pretty quick. Oh, I got a couple little crumbs on here too. Pellets are going to melt pretty quick, but we're still going to give this about 15 minutes to incorporate well. And then we will add our essential oils. We are going to add lavender and tea tree oil. Yeah, that fast. Our beeswax is already melted. Quick and easy. So now we just let it all incorporate. Okay, so it's been kind of brewing all together. So we're going to turn this off. Stir it up one more time. And then add in our essential oils. So for this size batch, we want at least 20 drops. I think that was 7 or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then up to 50. Now, running a little bit lower on tea tree oil. I have more than that. I guess that's it. So I got our minimum amount in there. And then lavender is going to be the same thing, minimum of 20 up to 50. If you're going to be using it on small children, the lower amounts. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. On top of the first, however many, 20-ish. All right. So we're going to mix it all up. And then we are just going to pour it into our little jars. So these are quarter pints. So they're essentially half a cup. And you can use a funnel if you need to, whatever makes it easier. It looks like I probably need a funnel because no, I didn't spill any. How about that? And there's no sealing these jars or anything like that. Okay, so we are literally just filling them up. We're going to use used rings, right? Because there's no seal on this, nothing like that. And this is going to be shelf stable. It's going to solidify back up into, I don't know, not quite a Vaseline consistency, not quite that greasy, but, you know, balm consistency, I suppose. And we are getting to the bottom of the pot here. All right, where'd my oven mitts go to pour out this last little bit? The plug wants to pull it off the counter. All right, so we have 5 half cups portions. And this is literally all there is to it. So we're just going to let it cool and put our pretty little labels on it. And then use it as needed. I've got a lot of yard work ahead of me this weekend, so there's a good chance I'm going to need it. So some of the properties of this ointment is the salve. It's got a lot of anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antifungal. The temperature changes make it pop. Moisturizing, a lot of really good skin boo-boo type of properties. So we'll let this cool, and that's it. Thank you for joining us today at Homestead for Life.